Welcome back to a new video, and on this one I will show you a step-by-step process on how you can actually flip a small account. Actually, we'll be flipping $20 deposit. So I'll show you the step-by-step process in which you can actually do that right now. We're going to make use of the flow strategy, because the spike catching strategy would limit us to just trade only boom and crash. So I want us to trade all the volatility, so we have vast option of choosing out from. So we're going to use the flow strategy. So in a minute I will just implement the flow strategy on my chart, and then we can get back to the video. I added my flow strategy now, so this is what we'll be making use of. And right now I'm just going to make a deposit of actually I want us to flip $20, but I want us to split it in two. So we're going to have $10 in the account, and then also $10 will be left in our USD account, right? So I'm just going to make $10 now. So we're going to be using this $10 to trade, and I'll show you the step by step what you have to do, the risk management you have to take note of. These are the things I do that make it possible for me to flip my account. So I want to also tell you guys the exact things you have to do. Mind you, now we have $10 in the USD account, but let's try and flip $10 first. For my Nigerian brothers and sisters, all you just need is 10,000 naira to get $20. Okay, but now that the dollar rate has gone up, you actually need 12,000 naira because of the conversion, and also for charges too if you're using one of these local exchanges. But if you already had Bitcoin, it's not going to give you an issue. That should be like 300 rands for my South African family. So that's just what you need to deposit $20 in your account. And regardless of where you're from watching my video, I just want to say and prove you don't need to go and rob the bank to trade forex. You can start with as little as $20, in which everyone can afford $20 to flip your account. Now that we're ready to flip, I feel like every mentor out there should actually show students how to flip their account with your strategy. If you don't show it, that means the strategy does not work. So now that we're ready to go, what you need to talk about next is, the next question there is the risk management. How much are we willing to risk per position? So let's say, because we're operating on $10, very small account, let's say we want to risk $2 per position. So that simply means if we lose a particular position 5 times, then we're going to blow the account, right? So but because again we are using a very good strategy that's like 85% good, mostly 85% in profit, that makes us stand the chance to not lose 5 times in a row, right? If that makes any sense. So that's what we're going to be doing, because we use a good strategy. And maybe I'll just add a little bit of price action when we're trading, so that we have more odds of winning. And this is just me being transparent. I'll leave the video anyhow it gets me. I just want to show you guys what I do, because even if I lose $20 5 times, that's $100, I won't really bother, because one time I get my flip on points, I can flip $20 to $500, $1,000. So it's always in profit. So that's the mindset I put myself all the time, to be able to flip my account. So let's go, without saying much, let's just go into the flip video. So stay tuned throughout this video if you really want to know how to flip small deposit account like me. Alright fam, now the flip video is on, and I am looking for opportunities in the market. This is the voiceover on the video. So what do you need to do? because we're operating on a $10 account, we're going to be risking $2 per entry. Okay, so we're just going to risk only $2. Once we get the $2 loss, we're going to close that position. Okay, because we are on a very little account, so we can't hold loss that long. So that's the best risk management you should also use. So we're using this CCI indicator, right? So the only time you should get in the market is when the CCI indicator is extremely below the flow levels or above the flow level. If it's minus 100, it's below. Check if it's below, like almost close to zero. Just make sure it's deep below the flow levels. And if it's for your sell, just make sure it's above the flow levels, like deep in the flow levels before you can take any position. Don't take positions when the CCI just touch minus 100 or 100. No, don't also take position when it's at the zero level. It means the market is ranging at the moment. So you always only take a position when it's deep down in your in above or below the 100 or minus 100 level. So I took a position right there now on volatility 100 index because of the CCI is way ahead 100 level, right, in the flow levels. It's way ahead, so I took my sell already. And once you take a sell position, the next thing that should be on your mind is where you're gonna place your stop loss, because the market is crazy. You can get a sharp reversal and hit your stop loss before we get to the right direction, but we don't care. We're just going in and we are risking only $2 in. So as you can see there now, stop loss got hit, but I don't care. I'm okay with it. Just left with $8, and that $8 we're gonna try to flip that $8. So if I like lose 3 times consecutively, then we're going to make another deposit. We're gonna deposit the remaining $10 so that we can be able to apply more positions on our small account when margin calls. So alright, so now we're looking for the second entry. Like I said before, you can use the strategy on any time frame at all. So I'm just making use of 30 minutes because I love to scalp my entries. So I love to go in very short because, again, I'm using a small deposit. You can't go and swing on a small account. You're going to blow that account. So I took a buy here now because obviously you can see on the CCI indicator that it is way below the minus 100 level, which you should take a buy, right? So you just take a buy. So now a lot of people ask me the question on the previous video, where should we take profits? How should we close? What should we do? So most of you should close at the zero level, fine. But then again, I'll show you an instance in this video where you need to hold longer. And what would you use to decide if you should hold longer is your moving averages. Your moving averages would tell you if you're going to hold, just like the envelopes in my other strategy, which I'll put a link to in the description if you want to check best V75 strategy out. So I would put all you need in the description, so don't forget to check the description for the videos that you will need. All right, so once you get to the zero level, you have to check if your envelopes, if your moving averages crosses over at the top. If that did cross, you're gonna hold it down. Let's say, for instance, we said you're gonna hold it down to minus 100 level when they cross, but if they are not crossed yet, then you can close all the positions at the zero level. But wow, this is our account. All red, margin calls. Margin is calling out for help before we blow this account. There's 2 positions in loss. We're not getting any spike yet. We placed the stop loss, but we're not getting any spike yet. So what do I have to do now? This is when I now have to I think I will need to deposit the remaining $10, right, to save my account from being blown. So that's what I've done now. You can see how that helps the whole idea of getting your head into flipping that small account that you get. But if you need help, that means margin calls, and you need to just deposit before your account is closed and blown off. So what I did there now is I just deposited the remaining $10. Now we have all the $20 in the account, and so far so good. This is what we're still getting. We're not moved anywhere close to even $50. When are we gonna get $100, right? But no problem, we keep going. We're not gonna give up. We took another sell position for Volatility 75, the very famous V75 index, right? As long as the CCI just points you a sell, just going, have full confidence. That's the whole idea about this strategy, especially if you know price action too. Like I would always say, you have to go to higher time frames to check out the trend. After you've done that, then use the indicators to support your price action, your technical analysis. So you can see, voila, it's in profit. It's in good profit just from the exact point we took a sell. The market is dropping down all the way down to the 100 level, right? But we're gonna close at the 0 level. Take note of that too. Make sure you always close. You know how to hold your profit, how to lock your profit, know when to actually go, know when to stay, know when to hold, how long you should hold your losses and stuff like that. So as you can see, that's what I'm telling you. The market is so unpredictable, it's inevitable. The market is straight back to loss. So we're gonna go ahead and just look for where we put our stop loss. Like I said before, again, I've done a video on how to properly set stop loss. It's gonna be in the link description, so go check it out too. Once you've done that, you just put in your stop loss and relax. Yeah, the market is back to profit again. Once you've done this, just relax, just chill. The market is gonna do what it does best. The market is never wrong. When the market misbehaves, just know, oh, it's a bad market, and go out of the market and wait for a new day. Yeah, so now you all are seeing how difficult, it's very challenging to grow a very small deposit account. But of course, if you can grow a small deposit account, you do good in huge accounts, right? So that's why I'm always making more emphasis on flipping a small deposit. All right, no, so I'm gonna end part 1 here right now. So if you want to see part 2, make sure to stay subscribed to the channel. Stay tuned, like this video, share it to your family and friends too that are interested in flipping small deposits. So as we hold V75, I'm going to go ahead and look for other opportunities in the markets. But that's one thing I love about trading. More you make profit, your equity increases, your margin for you to add more positions to your winning position, right? So that's just it, guys. I'm gonna see you guys in the part 2 video. That's where we're gonna conclude if I was able to make it to $100 or not. So stay tuned, fam, and I'll see you in the next one.